You get?
Like he's in interviews that now is in prison. Every great leader went to prison.
Again,
Every
a lot of
person
people now want to even know more about what he's been
more.
doing that triggered these people to do this now. A lot of people now
I
want
have
to know.
tried to buy that book. I'm looking for the book here.
Robin Haiti. I think I'm going to look for their link. Okay, I'll share it.
I've seen when they posted it on. They are out. Everywhere is out of it.
And now it's already running out of stock everywhere now. It's running out of stock.
And the publisher, the main man is not there to maybe to publish more. I don't know.
No, it will be that for the publisher.
It
will be for the publisher. I mean, the publishing firm to go ahead and produce money, or they will have to. They would have to. They've sold over 60,000 in 48 hours worldwide.
That's almost more than $500,000 US.
Do you know how much that comes to? On Amazon alone, right? On Amazon alone, they've received over 100,000 orders. And as we speak, right? Yeah, as we speak, the delivery that is on the way to so many people right now, you can only imagine it. We are giving it a week. We'll get the real data on top of the matter.
That's more than $1 million. Oh.
I they tell you, Baba, no joke. Multiply, averagely, we are talking about 15 pounds averagely, because in some places, right, and they are buying it for £17.99.
$25. $2 million, almost 3-point-something billion,
and it hasn't started yet. Wait till Monday, right, and Tuesday when he showed up in court and they deny him bail again and all of that. Wait till next week, and people will see how this is going to turn out and pan out.
Amen.
They have shot themselves in the foot, man. But we'll see how this goes. Dele Farotimi saw this coming. He's not afraid of being locked up. He knew they would try it.
Yes, he has been talking. He's not going anywhere.
You get? I will run away from them.
So I love that man so much. That's the best of you.
Thank you so much.
Those are people you. Oh God bless you, my brother. Good night.
You too. Okay, you take it easy, Baba. Nice one. So I have another caller. I believe this is Charm, the second lady this evening. How are you, ma'am?
Good evening, Michael. How are you?
Good evening, I'm very well. Trying to survive. And thank you so much for my cup of coffee. I saw your hand.
You're more than welcome.
God bless that hands, man. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Please.
Let me correct the previous caller. Dele Farotimi is not just the best of Yoruba. He is the best of human race. He's and I just want to
the tribalized one. He's the best of human that we can all be proud of. Right.
That we can all be proud of. Right. And I want to say that he's a man amongst men.
That's right.
I listened to Dele Farotimi, and I just marvel at his eloquence. His intelligence. Everything about him is just top notch. He's what every parent should aspire that their male child should be. Right? He's an exemplary human being.
Yes.
Does he have flaws? Absolutely. There's none without flaws.
We all do, man.
But on this particular hill, he has been amazing. And I believe that, like you said, they've not only just shot themselves in the foot, whether they like it or not. Nigerians and the establishment, they are a walking corpse. Their time is soon going to be up, whether they like it or not. They're taking their final breaths. They just miscalculated with Dele Farotimi. But I guess, part of their ego, they believed in their own lie and their own bullshit that they will be able to get away with whatever, and nothing is going to come out of it. I still feel that one more thing is about to happen in Nigeria before it finally explodes. I think Dele Farotimi,
like a piece here, a piece there, a piece here, a piece there, injustice here, injustice there, and eventually it will implode.
It will implode, and I suspect that they will try their very best to take on a politician. I'm not going to name names, but I feel like that is somewhere, that's something that's going to happen down the road. But if it happens, if it doesn't, but I know that we are on our way. Then I wanted to talk about France.
Go ahead.
I've always said that France is a a G7 country. No. It's a third world country. In fact, not a third world country. It's a poor country masquerading as a G7. That country is not only morally bankrupt, it is poor. It doesn't have any business being a world power, right? And they're out here, with the likes of Tinubu and the rest, trying to resuscitate their economy because their economy is, down to zero, basically.
Right now. They've been battling it for years now.
Yeah, they've been battling it for years, and they haven't been getting it easy, right? And I feel like whatever is going on, because that currently Macron is about to lose his seat.
Almost now,
right?
Exactly. If he makes it to next year, June or July, it's likely not going to make it beyond that. It will be forced to resign.
Exactly.
Yeah, once he loses the majority again never really had the majority anyway in the parliament. So it's just he's living on a borrowed time. To be honest.
He's living on borrowed time, and I feel like they said that the person that the gods want to make mad. How did they first of all make mad?
God wants to destroy. First make mad.
They first make mad, and I think that's the case of France, because France has been getting away with some crazy things, especially in Africa. And we have to understand that any economy that requires that another country like Nigeria needs to devalue its currency in order for them to have the kind of economic power that they have. That is a problem. That is a real problem. It robs every nation like Nigeria, right, of their own sovereignty, of their own ability to dictate, their own terms and conditions, their own resources and how they want to manage those resources, sell those resources. There's no reason why, we shouldn't be able to use our own currency. And I'm speaking to the fact that you were talking about them devaluing, going to United Nations and, but based on their requirements and that we devalue our naira. And I don't know why people don't. Again, I know I want to say our politicians, but I also feel like because they have chosen our politicians, right? They dictate to them the terms and conditions. They never really, whether they care that the politicians don't even understand what it is that they're signing up to, right? And then they do these things, and then we require African countries like ours to devalue our currency so that their own currency remains strong. It doesn't make any kind of sense to me, right?
Like we are the ones with the resources, but we're also the ones they give conditions to before they can give us their paper money, printed paper.
Their own paper, exactly, Mayegu. Exactly.
We own the gold, we own all this lithium, we own this uranium, we own all these things that actually runs their economy per se, right? But they give us conditions before they can give us printed papers.
Before they can give us the printed papers, so that their own printed paper will have more value, more strength than ours.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any kind of sense. No. And I think, where I really appreciate your show is that, we have this ability to have this conversation so that more people will be aware and know and even understand the unfairness, right, of the world economies, all these world entities towards African countries, And I just really wanted to highlight it there. And then one last thing, just in case any other person wants to call, is that the judiciary, right? I've always said, there was something you said the last time, and it occurred to me that part of the problem, and I think the paramount problem that we have is not even just the politicians, because even if the American or Western entities or the deep state or the establishment or whoever decides to put an asset into power in this country, if we had a judiciary that actually works, a judiciary with the likes of Dele, Farotimi in there, right, that will go to their graves and say, what, over my dead body, will I, legalize somebody like Tinubu, but we don't have that. So I think part of the biggest problem we have is actually the judiciary. And Dele Farotimi has been spot on, with regards to addressing that and identifying the criminal aspects within the judiciary, And I think that whatever country that arises, whether it's the Oduduwa Nation, Biafra, and all of that, it is very, very
the foundation. Justice is the foundation of any country. The moment you don't have rule of law or justice system, look at America. There are corrupt people in America. Corrupt.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think there's any country that is as corrupt as America. But no matter how powerfully corrupt you think you are, if they make you face the US Supreme Courts, you are finished.
Absolutely. You are finished. And when facing the Supreme Court is not going to be under the cover of night. It's in broad daylight.
Yep.
And everything is, they have the Freedom of Information Act. So even if you think you can hide it, you can't hide it forever. People are going to call, to request for those that information, and they will get it. At the end of the day. So it is very critical that our judiciary, whatever countries that come out, I just want to say that the judiciary is taught that, listen, if the lawyer messes up, just like they do in China, off with their head. I'm sorry. Because that starts the domino effect of having corrupt leaders, and we know what happens at the end of the day.
They are not afraid of the judiciary in Nigeria. They believe they can get away with anything. And that is all you need to know about a failed country. That is all you need to know. Once the judiciary is gone, forget it.
And Afe Babalola Ole is part of the problem. It looks like he has been.
He's been there for 60 years, man. He's been with the system. He's part of those who shaped the judicial system in Nigeria. He is revered. Do you not hear them when they talk about him? A revered
legal luminary. Somebody who has
Mr. Fix-It in the Nigerian judiciary. Mr. Fix-It. And that's what they don't want the world to know. He said that will ruin his reputation.
But unfortunately for them, that cat is out of the bag. Everybody knows, and they're going to know more. Yeah. Well, we're going to know more. Thank you, Mayegun, for the work that you do.
Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much for your contribution as always. Right. So thank you, and my regards to everyone over there. Okay. So we've had a bit of an extensive evening, like interesting as well, but we would never have enough time to express ourselves because we are always timed. But don't worry. There is always going to be another time, and that you want to say something this evening but do not have that time or that chance does not mean that you won't still have your own shot or your own chance. As this case continues, the update will keep coming up on Mayegun's Diary Political, and we are always going to keep the people informed, even if they think locking us up will be enough to shut us up. But they are mistaken. They are wrong. Until we breathe our last, we will never, ever bow to the people who want us to keep quiet just because they do not want us to offend people or because they think they love us and they love our lives. What kind of life is that? That you do not feel free or you do not appear free? What kind of life would you call that? So to those who are holding the torch, to those who are the torch bearers, to those who are the truth bearers and truth sayers, do not be coward. Do not be silenced. Keep it on. Because listen, Bible says, he who tries to save his life will lose it. And he who is ready to lose his life will preserve it. So as it should be, speak out when you can. Because you may not have all the time in the world. And tomorrow may be too late as well. Speak out the truth today. Do not side with those who are dwelling in the iniquities of a man, where they want us all to live and die in darkness. Dele Farotimi said, truth died in darkness, and you should be a torch bearer. Speak out, even if you are the only person speaking. Right? Thank you so much, everyone, for your time this evening. I am going to be back again. And until then, right? Keep it safe, keep it simple, and stay safe as well. Good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary. ṣeré àní máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
máyégún diary politico.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary Nayibi #1.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ súnra kí o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran